afternoon. It's very hard for me not to say good morning.
It is, isn't it?
And Neil's just said, why do you feel so sleepy at 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Because it's just that time, isn't it?
Well, that's why you need tea, isn't it?
Yeah,
to
definitely.
wake you up. So
I hope you've got your cuppa.
That's very nice,
Has
Ruth.
that perked you up?
That's lovely. That is. Yeah, that's done the trick, I think.
I
hope it has, anyway.
At Shelley's request this week, it is chocolate digestives biscuit of the week.
Biscuit of the week, chocolate McVitie's.
Are you going to join me?
I'm going to try.
It says
it's going to be awkward,
on the packet. It says the nation's favourite. It's got to be, hasn't it? Everybody loves a chocolate digestive.
Anyhow,
I'm not sure I can eat one and then sing, but I'm going to give it a go.
I think we're okay on Facebook at the moment.
Oh, right.
Because a couple of days ago there was no Facebook, was there?
Oh, no. It all went...
The whole world went wonky, didn't it?
Went down, didn't it? Yeah, I remember that. Anyway, I want to say a special hello to Mavis in Pickering, Marjorie in Malton, Barbara and Harold from Kirby Moorside, Jenny, who's over in Great Edston, Karen over in Helmsley, Gloria, she's in Malton, Sheila in Thornton-a-Dale, and Nigel and Shelley, who are in Pickering. Oh, and Nigel and Shelley, and you just switch us over here, have sent us this lovely card. Isn't it gorgeous?
Yeah. Well done.
So
Thank you very
clever. Oh, I think you should go into the card making business for sure. I'd buy one of those. Right, before I have a nibble of my biscuit, I'm just going to say hello, a special hello to Liz, because Liz sadly broke her leg in August. So she's been really poorly. She's been in different hospitals, but hopefully now she's home again.
We hope you're feeling better,
so
Liz.
Get well soon, Liz.
And I know Liz does watch us on Facebook, doesn't she?
She does.
Yeah. So get well soon.
Is there anybody to say hello to online?
Yes, Sandy's here. Hi, Sandy. Where are you? There you are. Oops,
hi, Sandy.
They've done something with the window again, so it's hard to see where everybody is.
Oh, no alerts. That's
yeah, there
not
are
good.
alerts. Whoops, there are alerts, but it's not. It's moved. I think Facebook keeps moving it around. I think the reason Facebook was offline yesterday or the day before yesterday was so they could muck about with our interface. So, and Sandy just says yes, it still doesn't get an alert when we start. I don't know why that is, Sandy, because if you're following us, you should do. It should say whenever we start. You should say, "Oh, Musical Memories is live." Well, it used to do that, didn't it?
It did used to. I'm hoping Maureen's there.
We might have
Maureen.
to. Yeah, we might have to explore that a little bit, can't we?
Can I have another glug?
No, have a glug.
And then shall we sing?
Indeed, let's do that.
Okey-doke.
So while Ruth is glugging, I'll tell you what the first song is. Song number 1 today is Rhinestone, Cowboy, and Diana's got her alert. So hello.
Oh.
Yeah, it used to, didn't it? Anyway, never mind. So it's Rhinestone Cowboy, number 6 in your book.
Oh yeah, where's my book?
And while we're playing,
it's
just here.
My book?
I tucked it away there. I hid it. I didn't mean to hide it, but
number
I did.
6.
So yeah, number 6 is in there.
Those cups are a bit like the ones we're drinking.
They are a bit, aren't they?
I haven't got the daisy though.
I like that. Well, you wouldn't want the daisy in there, would you? Because
you never know.
You might not.
I might.
Daisy might be a bit awkward if you've got the wrong teeth in. Anyway.
I like fruit tea and flower tea, so I might like it.
Now that was good, that. So you noticed the sound. You need to do that when you've had a cup of tea to show your appreciation. Hello, Anne. Good afternoon to you.
Oh, hi,
Anne.
Anne.
In Liverpool.
Oh, what's it like? What's the weather like over there? It's lovely here.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Just saying.
Even lovelier.
Shall we?
Maybe. Yeah.
Shall we
now then, while we're playing this, I've got some pictures of some cowboys, television cowboys. So just see how many you can recognise while we're playing this.
Okay.
Assuming I've got my playlist right, which I'll just double check before we.
I know this is a favourite of Joan's and Joan's grandson, Alex. So I want to hear you singing from here, Joan.
Okay. All right, we'll start with it then. You ready?
Off we go.
We're off then. I've been walking the streets so long, singing the same old song. I know every crack in those dirty sidewalks of Broadway, where hustle is the name of the game. Nice days get washed away like the snow and the rain. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding even know. Offers coming over the phone. Well, I really don't mind the rain. A smile can hide the pain. But you're down when you're taking the train that's taking the long way. But I dream of the things I'll do with a subway token and $1 tucked inside my shoe. There's been a load of compromising on the road to my horizon, but I'm gonna be where the lights are shining on me, like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse and a star-spangled rodeo. Rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know. Offers coming over the phone. Like a rhinestone cowboy, riding out on a horse in a star-spangled rodeo. Rhinestone cowboy, getting cards and letters from people I don't even know, with offers coming over the phone.
Woo!
Yeah, well there we are.
I need a chocolate
You
biscuit
need
to
a
calm
chocolate
my
biscuit
nerves after
don't you?
that.
And you're riding the rodeo there. Yeah, there were a few, weren't there? A few names up there.
Oh.
I got quite a few in anyway. Even Robert Redford riding some sort of a funny little hobby horse.
Oh
It
yeah.
was like a toy horse.
Yeah.
But we saw some toy horses the other day, didn't we?
We did. Hobby horses.
Yeah, hobby horses we saw. We were up at Washington Old Hall.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Up
Yeah.
in, well, Washington, obviously. And in the garden there, they've got all these little hobby horses that kids and adults can ride around the gardens.
Yeah. And they kept them in a stable, but that's where we ate our sandwiches because it was
because
raining.
it was raining. It was pouring down, wasn't it?
A hobby horse
It
stable.
really was. Anyway, yeah, so we are.
So how many did you get?
Uh,
Because there were 14 to get.
there were, weren't there?
14.
Oh, nice and sunny in Liverpool at the minute.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
that's very nice.
Lovely sunshine.
Lovely.
We
Nowhere
need
better
it.
than Liverpool when it's sunny, especially down there by the pier head.
Yeah.
When the Mersey looks blue when the sun's shining. Otherwise, it's muddy.
Does it ever look blue?
Do it when the sun's shining with the blue
Sorry,
sky,
Anne.
with the blue sky above and the sun beating down. The
It looks
Mersey is
blue.
as blue as the Mediterranean.
Not just your rose-tinted spectacles, then.
Possibly. Maybe even my blue-tinted spectacles. Spectacles. Right then, so shall we have a little...
It's time for...
go. Oh, it's time for call. I do like that little bit of film there with those two
it's really
ladies
nice.
there.
It's sweet.
1905. Anyway,
Now then,
yeah,
in the absence of anybody sending us in anything cultural, we've had to come up with something of our own.
we have.
So what have we come up with?
Well, we came up with, this is very cultural, the Moulin Rouge. That's our programme. We
Now,
went
I
on
must say, if you're of a nervous disposition, you must look away now because there are some photographs in here of all sorts of things. This is.
I think that's a safe page.
That's
one.
a safe. Well,
That's a fairly safe page. Up a bit. That's a fairly safe page.
Yeah, yep.
But it was an evening of glitz and glamour, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
So we went there for, and there's another one.
Yeah.
For my 50th birthday.
Yeah.
Which was
That'll do for that now. I
years
think,
ago.
yes. Most of the other pages are not suitable for
No,
consumption. Right. Okay.
No.
But it was nice, wasn't it?
It was really
Anyway, so
lovely.
I'd planned. This is me. You know, anyone who knows me knows that planning is not my strong point. So I'd planned this evening out for Ruth on her 50th birthday, and we went to Paris for a few days. And we stayed in Montmartre, and we decided we would dress up for the Moulin Rouge. And we did. I had my DJ on. Ruth had this beautiful red dress on and everything. But what I'd omitted to do, because Montmartre is literally filled with restaurants and cafes and bars, I didn't think it was necessary to book a restaurant.
Wrong.
So we ended up wandering up and down, Ruth on the highest of high heels, Wandering
Couldn't
up and down.
do that now, let me just say. After 18 months of walking around in boots and wellies,
we're wandering up and down Montmartre looking for somewhere to eat, and we ended up going into a pizza place which was stuffed to the gunnels with tourists wearing trainers and jeans and fleecy tops, and we were backed up against the sweet cabinet, the fridge.
And the ladies' toilet.
And the ladies'
as
toilet.
I recall.
So we were dressed in our finery. And it all wasn't lost, because when we actually got to the Moulin Rouge, it was pouring down and we were queuing up in the rain. And they saw Ruth and I come to the front of the queue, dressed up, and they took us straight through. The crowds parted as though it was royalty. This is true, isn't it? And this big bouncer, also wearing a DJ, he probably thought I was joining the team, I don't know. Anyway, but they took us and sat us down at the front of the stage, and I've got a picture here. This is the outside of the Moulin Rouge, and this is where they put us, right by the front of the stage.
Yeah.
And we had a lovely meal. I had a lovely bottle of champagne, and I think probably some snacks as well went in there, didn't they, as well? It was absolutely gorgeous, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's only because I had my posh frock on. You had your DJ on.
Indeed, yeah. Everybody else was shoved at the back. So that was good, wasn't it?
It was really good.
It was really nice. Anyway, that's our culture slot.
I must just say, I've never seen so many nipple tassels in my whole life.
We'll leave you with that thought. Right. And Jennifer saying Montmartre is London Soho. I think that's very true, Jennifer, which we discovered, didn't we?
Yes.
we did discover
But it was
for ourselves.
a lovely birthday
But it was
present.
nice.
It
But
was
anyway,
really
the next
nice.
morning, I must tell you this. If you've ever seen that film Amélie, which is set in Paris, it's a funny little film. I think it may have subtitles, but it was a very famous film about 10, 15 years ago. We had our breakfast in the cafe where they filmed most of Amélie. It was a nice breakfast, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
A very nice French breakfast. Anyhow, right, so it's now time for this week's Sarah Sings.
Oh, yeah, I like this bit.
Right, that's lovely. So I'll hang on, and just a little fiddle with my buttons, and then we'll be ready to go. Because I should have been fiddling with the buttons while I was nattering Ruth, as you know.
Sorry, is that me putting you
No,
off?
that's how it goes with me. Right, okay, so it's now...
Have another biscuit, everybody.
Have another biscuit while... Sit back. Ooh, Mrs. says Sandy. it was Mrs. It was very nice, wasn't it? Very tastefully done.
Yeah.
Actually, they even had a swimming pool on stage, didn't they?
They did, and a snake.
And a snake.
Came out of this swimming pool.
Yeah, it sounds worse than it was. It was highly tasteful,
I had
wasn't it?
so much champagne by the end of that show, I couldn't stand up And then I went into the ladies' toilets, sort of staggered into the ladies' toilets, and because I was full of the beans because it was my birthday, actually on my birthday, and there was another girl in the toilets, and I said, hello, it's my birthday, and she said, oh, it's my birthday too, do you want to come clubbing with us? I said, no, I'm much too old for that, and we went back home.
We staggered home, didn't we?
Yeah, but it was a great evening.
I think I gave you a piggyback because of the cobblestones. A lot of cobblestones in Montmartre, may I say. Anyway, we're delaying Sarah singing, so here is Sarah's song for this week.
Hi all, and welcome to another episode of Sarah Sings. Now, with the grey days and the rainy weather, I thought I would pick something from a musical to cheer you all up, and it's one of my favourite musicals, and I'm pretty sure it'll be one of yours. So please join in as always. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favourite things. Cream-coloured ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favourite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favourite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favourite things, and then I don't feel so bad. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favourite things. Cream-coloured ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favourite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favourite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favourite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
Oh,
thank you,
well
Sarah.
done, Sarah.
That was lovely.
That was great.
I like that wink at the end.
I do.
That's
as
your
well.
trademark wink, Sarah. I think it's lovely.
Oh,
Thank you
but
for
great song, yeah, and it does make you feel cheerful, that one.
that.
doesn't
It was nice. It's really nice. Yeah.
And you're right. Everybody knows that one, don't
Yeah,
they?
they do.
Off by heart.
Even if you just hum it, you can get
Yeah.
along with it, can't you?
Lovely. Thank you.
Lovely. Right then. So it's time for salad days.
Yeah.
Salad days. A little bit of salad, a little bit of Cecil B. DeMille, just to get us in the mood for salad days.
Dear me.
Here he is, Cecil. Off you go, Cess, lad. As they say in Liverpool, Cess, lad. They would do, wouldn't they? Anyway, so today we're going back to, because it is bin day here in Low Hutton.
It is. It's recycling today, isn't it?
It is, yeah, but they didn't have recycling back when this bin day was on. So this is bin day 1946.
Oh.
Well, there
really
we are.
interesting.
So I was wrong. So they did do recycling in 1946
Yeah,
then.
they did.
Although I must say that man didn't look as if he was in control of the cardboard, did he? He didn't look as if he had it totally under control, did he?
Well, I was busy watching the guy getting the dustbin on his shoulder and chucking it into.
Yeah.
I mean, those bins are heavy.
I remember that.
Because we've got one that we keep the dog food in to stop the rats getting.
Oh yeah,
it.
we do. That's right.
And they're mighty heavy.
Yeah, they would have been, wouldn't they? They were
Yeah.
probably strong fellas, weren't they?
I can remember as a kid standing there waiting for the bin men to come because I couldn't wait for the moment when they would tip the bin. Do you remember that? Tipping it up so it would, the bin lorry would actually go up, be tipped up to shove all the rubbish to the end,
that's right.
so
Yeah,
they
they
could
do.
get more in.
Periodically they did that. Didn't
We'd
they?
hope they'd do it when they came to collect
Not
ours.
now. They make a big racket now, don't they?
Yeah.
A lot of racket, I think. Really.
Yeah.
Anyway, should we do another song?
No, not before
No.
we've just drawn attention to the fact there's a bit of sibling rivalry going on
right, is
Facebook
there?
over there. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because Sandy says she had a toy dust truck like that. And Diana says, what? What? Did she get something I didn't get? You know what sisters are like.
I think it's probably because it was actually Diana's truck, but Sandy used to borrow it. Hey, Sandy. Anyway, right. So enough of that. Maybe you'll answer that on the thing. I remember bins and trucks like. Yeah, I remember bins and trucks like that as well. Yeah, because my favourite truck in the week was the Corona fizzy drink truck. We used to bring all the sweet drinks.
That's because you lived in a town.
Yeah. Didn't you have one of those?
No, we lived in the country, so it was an excitement when the bin lorry came round.
Was it?
Or the rag and bone man.
Oh yeah, the
Rag and bone man.
What they used to say, something like that. It was something
Totally
like that, wasn't it?
indecipherable, wasn't it?
I think it was See, I was born to do it, wasn't I? Anyway, so song number 2. Let's try that one.
Yeah,
I've got
behave
Sixpence,
yourself.
number 22 in your book.
Oh, yes.
22. Have we got the right music and everything?
I have, yep.
That'd be handy, wouldn't it?
I'm in the right key.
I always worry about that, but anyway, we never seem to make
You
a mistake
worry
with
about
that.
your bits,
I'll
and I'll worry
the
about
buttons,
my
you worry
bits.
about that. You ready?
Right. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready.
Right, wait a minute.
Straight
Okay.
in.
When I had my civvies on, I had a lot of care. I had a lot of worry and troubles everywhere. But now I've got no worries and troubles flown away. I'm living like a millionaire and not a cent to pay. I've got sixpence, jolly, jolly sixpence. I've got sixpence to last me all my life. I've got tuppence to spend and tuppence to lend and tuppence to send on to my wife. No cares have I to grieve me, no crazy little girl to deceive me. I'm as happy as a king, believe me, as I go rolling home, rolling home, rolling home, as I go rolling home. I'm happy as a king, believe me, as I go rolling home. Once I had a lot of dough and bought a motor car. I used to go out driving and smoke a big cigar. But since I paid my income tax, I can't afford to smoke.
Good job.
I sold my lovely motor car, but don't think that I'm broke. I've got sixpence, jolly, jolly sixpence. I've got sixpence to last me all my life. I've got tuppence to spend and tuppence to lend and tuppence to send on to my wife. No cares have I to grieve me, no pretty little girl to deceive me. I'm as happy as a king, believe happy as a king, believe me, as I go rolling home.
I think I managed to play it in the right key,
rolling
although there
home.
were a few mistakes.
Were there?
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes are.
Yeah.
Hopefully you didn't notice. Hopefully it didn't.
Makes it all the better when I get it right, doesn't it? Oh, she got it right. Woo.
It was. Now, here we go. Now, Sandy has confirmed that it was green with roll-up sides and a handle to tip it. This is the
truck in question
truck
that the
in question.
sisters were falling out about.
Yes, it's been identified, and we'll take your word for it, Sandy.
Diana's ignoring you because she's talking about dandelion and
dandelion and burdock. I could almost smell dandelion and burdock.
What is burdock, though?
Isn't it a bit like a dock leaf, isn't it?
Is it?
I think it is, isn't it?
Right.
Anyone can confirm that, please
I'm
do.
so
But I thought
ignorant,
I would have said
aren't
a burdock was a variety of dock leaf,
Really?
if not dock leaf actually being burdock.
Could be.
Who knows? As long as it isn't nettle and burdock. Mind you, nettle and burdock probably would have cancelled themselves out.
That
wouldn't
sounds more like a soup.
they? It does, doesn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so we're on the last leg today.
Yeah,
aren't
but
we?
before we go on the
Oh, go
last
on.
leg, because I think we should finish on a high with this little thing that's coming up in a minute.
Okay.
But I just want to say a happy birthday, not to anybody in particular, one person, but to the Living Well team, who celebrate 6 years in Rydale and Scarborough.
Yep.
So they usually come and help us with our big sing. All those lovely ladies, they do all the tea making, tea pouring.
And although that's been interrupted by pandemic, etc., the good work from the Living Well team goes on. So thank you very much for all that you do.
Cheers to you, ladies.
And we say happy
gents.
birthday to you.
Yeah.
I think there's something coming up on that score.
Yeah.
Now then, we're going to finish now on this little bit here. They Make You Laugh, because we've got a little bit of film which was sent in by Sheila. Now, don't get overexcited on this, but you do need to listen carefully. Okay, here we go.
All reached 40 about the same age, and they met to decide whether they would celebrate. And they finally decided they would go to Weatherspoons in Uttoxeter, because the waitresses were all rather shapely, and they all wore miniskirts. And 10 years later, when they got to 50, they met and decided again where they would go for their celebrations. And they decided they would go to Weatherspoons in Uttoxeter, because the waitresses were easy on the eye, and the service and the food were very good, and there was an excellent choice of beers. 10 years later, when they got to 60, they met again to decide where they would celebrate, and after a discussion they decided they would go to Weatherspoons in Uttoxeter, because there was ample parking, they could have a quiet meal without any noisy music, and the price was reasonable. Then they got to 70, and they met and they discussed where they would celebrate, and they decided they would go to Weatherspoons in Uttoxeter, because there was easy access for wheelchairs, and there were toilets for the disabled. Then they reached the milestone birthday of 80, and they met and they talked long and hard and back and forth and up and down as to where they would go. And they finally decided they would go to Weatherspoons in Uttoxeter, because they'd never been there before.
I hope that made you laugh, because it made us laugh, didn't it?
Oh, we roared when we saw that. What I thought was interesting, though, was that lady, the fair-haired lady, and she's looking and she's thinking, oh, yes, well, he obviously knows what he's talking about, going to Weatherspoons, and, you know. And it was only after a little while she dawned where all this was going, because she was taking it deadly earnestly.
She was, wasn't she?
A
Very
man
serious.
of the cloth was talking about Weatherspoons. And God knows what the children thought to it.
Yeah, anyway, it was nice. So thanks, Sheila, for sending that in.
Oh, yeah,
that was
thank
lovely.
you.
Anyway, so it's time for us to go, isn't it?
Yeah, we're off to eat more biscuits.
So we'll see you next week, and have a good week, and thanks for joining us today. Take care of
See
yourselves.
you soon.
Bye.
Bye.